So it's my privilege to welcome Sophie Masson to the OSHUA conversation, which is hosted on the Media for Growth news portal. Sophie, you're a veteran in the realm of experiential marketing. You started your career as a copywriter and then became a key person in the brand activation space. As I understand through your long career, you worked with leading brands such as Volkswagen, Wonderbra, Red Bull, Qualcomm, Suzuki, Air Canada, General Motors, and of course, you also worked with creative powerhouses like Sid Lee, where you started your career, Moment Factory, Crisp and Porter. So quite a diverse career that you have. When you
Yes,
joined,
I was Moment Factory first client.
Wonderful. Sophie, when you joined and you took over as the president of GDX Studios, and you were quoted in the announcement release that we also publish on Media for Growth, and you said that you believe in the power of translating a brand's mission into real-life experiences that merge people and video storytelling to create authentic and moving brand stories that are more welcoming than traditional advertising. So straight away, I'd like to know from you that from your vast experience, and more particularly in the realm of experiential marketing, what is it that creates authentic and moving brand stories?
Okay. For me, experiential marketing, it's more than just a big branding activation that is happening at South by Southwest, Coachella, or Comic-Con.
Right.
For me, it's everything that is rooted in real life.
Yes.
And if it starts in real life with real people,
right.
and it should, it's not a commercial, it's not a scripted commercial. So
right.
as soon as it's not a scripted commercial, for me, it's experiential marketing, which means it's the most authentic form of marketing you can find. So that's what
So how easy or difficult is it to really create that?
Sorry?
How easy or difficult it is to create those authentic brand stories?
I think it's like anything else. It's all about branding, strategy, creativity, and execution. And even if the coronavirus had a huge impact on the experiential marketing industry, I still think that we can craft story that will be, or like create branding activation that will be experienced by a few, but share to a larger audience. So like it's like now you think about your branding activation and how you can tell a story with that branding activation. So the storyline takes more place into the process than if you just do a big branding activation at South by Southwest, I think.
Okay, I'm quite curious to understand exactly how does someone become really good in experiential marketing, because it's another form of advertising, but nonetheless it requires a very different kind of a different approach, different skill sets. So Sophie, from your experience, what is it that really makes somebody a special experiential marketing person?
First, I don't think it's something you can learn at school. It's really something you learn by doing it. And the best thing you can do is like have like it's a mix of like half your brain has a producer brain and half your brain is a creative brain, and then you mix these two together, and then you can create amazing experiential marketing activation. The thing with experiential marketing, there's a lot of regulation. It's like, what can you do, what you cannot do, what can you build, not build, how much does it cost, how long does it take to build this. So you need to have your production mind going while you find ideas. So it fits into the client's budget and it fits into the timeline.
Okay, from your experience, once again, do you really believe that brands understand the essence of experiential marketing when you take your plans to them?
Yes, I think it depends which brand, but I think the company that are looking for authenticity and build like a community and drive the conversation, they look at experiential marketing as a solution for their challenges. And I think there's enough example out there to show how experiential marketing can be powerful.
Right. How do you really create a need in the minds of brand marketers that experiential marketing would really, help them?
For me, first, experiential marketing is not intrusive. So when you come up with a nice branding activation, you don't have to interrupt people's life. People come to you. People want to be part of it. So right there, I think it's a winning formula. Like you don't interrupt anyone. It's not intrusive. It's useful, or it's entertaining, but people want to be part of it. And if people don't want to be part of it, then that means you failed.
Okay. So from
the best, sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
People will be willing to pay to be part of your activation and do a lineup.
Absolutely. That would be just fabulous. So do brands really come back again and again for experiential marketing plans? Do they?
Oh, yes. I think there's company and more that embrace experiential marketing and are moving the budget into experiential marketing, especially when you start adding the storyline, and then you can push that branding activation into turn the branding activation into a piece into video content, then and shareable content on social media. Then it makes more sense than ever.
All right. Does the experiential marketing, does it also work with OOH plans, out of home advertising plans? Do they get planned together?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you have instances of experiential marketing plans being developed alongside out-of-home advertising plans as well? In the sense, can the two work together?
Like out-of-home, billboard, and experiential?
That's right, yes. Do you have instances of, rollouts of both at the same time?
Personally?
Yes, from your experience.
I don't remember doing, and I mean, most of the time experiential branding activation come with like shareable content and social media plan and everything. But let's say, I think out of home, like billboard and experiential marketing is a great combination, because both are not intrusive. Both are happening in real life. So if you can find the right strategy and the right idea to combine the two, and because like you can tap into the location of the billboard, you can make it like bigger than nature, then it can become a very strong combination to create like a powerful impact. But I don't personally did anything yet that use this combo.
But you definitely see the potential of doing these things together.
Yes, for sure.
All right.
Because I like that both of them are not intrusive.
Okay.
And it's happening in I would say billboard in an urban environment, not billboard like on the side of the road in a beautiful countryside. I think billboard don't belong there.
Absolutely.
But in an urban area, yes.
Okay. One part of OOH, which is advertising in more controlled environments, such as at the transit locations, you take airport environment or the metro rail network environment or the railway networks, or you also have places like malls and cineplexes and all of these. These are all controlled indoor environments where out-of-home advertising is also planned. So do you think that in environments like those, experiential marketing can really combine very well with the OOH rollouts?
Oh yeah, I think it can amplify the branding activation.
Okay.
Like when IKEA turn a subway train,
right,
into like a IKEA room or something.
Right.
I think experiential marketing and out of home are a great combination. You can just amplify the idea.
All right. Sophie, you joined GDX Studios at a time when the world is embattled with something that nobody is able to figure out as yet. It's the COVID pandemic, right? And you've come into an organization which is into experiential marketing. So to what extent has this situation altered the very idea of experiential marketing?
Yeah, I think it's a interesting time to be in experiential marketing right now. And we are still in the learn, adjust, adapt phase. But I feel we are not like in the same place that we were in March, where we were like under like a strict lockdown. I feel we are not on hold anymore, that brands are starting to embrace the new normal. And that experiential marketing will be an amazing tool to humanize this new normal.
Okay. So you expect experiential marketing to really take off as things get better and as more people step out of their homes?
Yes, I feel like right now that's the thing. It's like people are going out, and then experiential market and people are craving for human connection and authenticity more than ever. So experiential marketing is a good solution for that. But again, we won't be able to create like a branding activation that attract thousands of people, but we can still create like branding activation that could be experienced by a few, shared to a larger audience, or guerrilla marketing tactic, or program, or long-term experiential, or like a pop-up that could be permanent. So I will have to find another name for this pop-up that is permanent. But I think there's still many things that we can do.
Tell me, Sophie, when we talk about, what is the impact of use of more interactive technologies now? Because, there's so many technologies that are being used for advertising purposes, such as using augmented reality or virtual reality, or various other kind of gesture-based displays and such things. Are these things also being used for experiential marketing purposes in normal times?
Yes, I think it expands our creative possibilities. But again, you have to use it the right way. Otherwise, it's just noise. It's just more noise. So again, everything is based into strategy, creativity, and execution. Even,
over the years, what kind of brands, what brand categories are, gravitate to the idea of rolling out experiential marketing?
I think any brand that is looking to create authentic work, build a community, drive the conversation. I think they should look into social marketing as a solution.
When you undertake an experiential marketing exercise, how do you really assess the impact of that exercise?
I think it depends on the client's goal, brand awareness, or if it's something else. So it depends on the goal. But I think in this world, ROI became a buzzword. And I think too often we talk about ROI before talking about branding. Because branding is seen as an expense, not an investment. But it should be seen as an investment. Because I think if your branding is not strong, your ROI won't follow. So you should fix the branding first, then talk about ROI after.
All right. So how are you going to be approaching brands and, at this point in time where most of the companies, most of the organizations would be very, very conservative with regard to their marketing and advertising spends? So how are you going to give out that message that this ought to be looked at as an investment rather than just plain spends?
I think it's the same rule than before the coronavirus. It's all about being different and courageous and relevant. It's the same rules. And many businesses are doing great in this under these circumstances. A lot of us are suffering, but a lot of brands are thriving in this economy. Like if we think about the e-commerce and so.
And
they should follow the same rule than before the coronavirus.
What inspired you to take on this role as president of GDX Studios?
I think I want to bring experiential marketing was seen as production company.
Mm-hmm.
And many times we were working with the advertising agency that doesn't understand the production part of experiential marketing.
Right.
I just want to bring this the process, the creative process that you find in an advertising agency
Mm-hmm.
with the experiential.
Okay.
I want to be the bridge between the gap. There's a gap right now between advertising agency, creative process, and experiential marketing production company. There's a gap. So I want to close that gap.
So can an experiential marketing team function as a standalone agency, or would it have to necessarily be part of a larger advertising group?
So you see, I think experiential marketing agency can stand alone as an agency.
Okay.
It's just that our specialty will be we don't do scripted commercial. We do commercial that are rooted in real life.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So what are
but
the?
we'll follow the same process than a creative agency with the strategy and the creative and the execution and everything.
So what are the milestones that you have set as the president of GDX Studios over the next 1 to 2 years?
Can you repeat again?
What are the goals that you have set for the organization now that you've taken over as the president of the organization?
Well, now because the world is changing so fast and there's a lot of uncertainty.
Right.
I go 3 months by 3 months. So
okay.
Just because if we think too far right now, we might have to kind of reinvent completely ourselves. So I just go 3 months by 3 months at this point because there's just too many uncertainties. So we need to be on learn, adapt, adjust mode.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Sophie, my final question, really, in these times, I've heard, and that I appreciate that point, that leading a team is no mean task because you have to keep everybody highly motivated and energized and very forward-looking. So how are you doing that with your team out here?
Yeah, we are very lucky at GDX because everyone in the team is highly resourceful. So if there's a problem, they figure it out. I mean, to be in experiential marketing, you need to be resourceful. So I think we started like in advance because everybody in the team is very resourceful. There's a problem, there's a speed bump, they will find a way to make it work. So this is very helpful, and everyone is self-motivated. And again, I think it comes with the personality of people that are attracted to work in experiential marketing.
Oh, wonderful.
Because you cannot wait for people to tell you what to do. You have to be very self-motivated and resourceful and creative and on solution mode. So I think we just have the right team and the right people to make it work.
Wonderful. That's great to know, and great to know that your team is so geared up for the a good future that awaits everyone. So I would like to once again wish you all the very best, Sophie, for this role. I wish your team all success, and I look forward to hearing from you again on the various initiatives that GDX Studios undertakes in the coming future. So thank you so much for being a part of Oshua conversation, and hope to connect with you again.